Let's begin with an India Today exclusive news break that's got everyone talking. We've accessed a video, an old video from within the Gyanvapi Mosque, which shows the area where the Shivling has allegedly been found. Hours after the big Baba Mil Gaye claim, India Today has accessed this video that nobody's seen before. Now, the Hindu side has claimed that the Shivling was found close to the Vazukhana, which is a small reservoir used by Muslim devotees to perform ablutions before offering namaz. Now, the Shivling is 12 feet by 8 inches in diameter. This is what an advocate from the Hindu side has claimed. They've also claimed that the Shivling is Nandi-faced. The Varanasi District Court has issued an order to seal the area where allegedly the Shivling has been found. During the 3-day survey that we've seen, the western wall, the dome and 4 rooms in the basement were all surveyed. The Varanasi court has sought for the survey report today. So we'll also know what the court has to say about this. Let's take this across to Samad Srivastava. He's joining us live from Varanasi with the latest updates. Samad, good morning. All eyes are going to be on the court today to see what they have to say about the survey report. But in the meanwhile, there's been endless speculation about what's been found within the mosque. And this footage that we've accessed, old videos from within the Gyanvapi Mosque, show that well or pond, which is where allegedly the Shivling has been spotted, has been found.
See, as the photos or the videos accessed by India Today TV clearly shows that there is one pond which obviously is usually near that particular namaz areas where they used to wash their hands and legs as well. And in between that there is something kind of a well, and inside that, as claimed by Hindu side, there is a Shivling, though it's broken from the upper side, which can be clearly visible in the image, though it has not just yet proven because it is a matter of legal court. So the thing has went to the court, and after that the court ordered to seal that particular area and deploy the force out there for the protection. So nobody will be allowed inside the Gyanvapi complex now to reach out to that particular place where that particular Shivling was found as claimed by the Hindu side. So there were a lot of developments taking place, but today is the day when there could be a hearing in that particular case, because this is the day of report submission. So it is going to be worth seeing, because as per sources what we are getting, there will be no report submission today because the report has not been yet completed, though the memory cards could be submitted to the court. But report submission seems quite unlikely, because as per the advocate commissioners, it will take a lot of time to complete that particular report. So they will be looking to seek some other date, be it today, after tomorrow, or after 3 to 4 days, so that they could be able to compile the entire report, because recording itself is of more than 5 hours. So it's not easy for them as well to compile that report within the time period of 6 to 7 hours. So that's why they'll need some time, maybe 2 to 3 days, and then they'll submit the report at the court.
So in the Varanasi court today, the survey team is going to be seeking more time to file the report. But remember that this particular issue is also resonating in the Supreme Court today. A petition has been filed by the Masjid Committee, by the Gyanvapi Masjid Committee, saying stop the survey, stop all of these findings and open up the mosque again. And a bench led by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud will be hearing this petition that was filed against the Allahabad High Court order and allowing a survey and videography at the mosque. The Varanasi court had ordered that this area inside the Gyanvapi Mosque be sealed amid reports that a Shivling has been found in it. The Muslim side so far has rejected all these claims, saying it's not a Shivling that's been found. This is the fountain. Hours before the Supreme Court hearing, interestingly, the Hindu Sena has moved an intervention plea, saying Places of Worship Act of 1991 cannot apply to ancient temples that are covered under the Ancient Monuments Act. So they're saying that the Ancient Monuments Act takes precedence here. As expected, there's a massive political war that's also erupted over the survey. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has said that Gyanvapi was, is and will remain a masjid till Judgment Day. The BJP is hailing this claim that a Shivling has been found in the mosque.
जब मैं 20, 19, 20, 21 साल का था तो बाबरी मस्जिद को मुझसे छीन लिया गया। अब हम वही 19, 20 साल के बच्चों की आंखों के सामने दोबारा मस्जिद को नहीं खोएंगे इंशाअल्लाह ताला। क्या आप तमाम लोग अहद लेते हैं कि हम कोई मस्जिद को नहीं खोएंगे? क्या आप अहद लेते हैं कि अब हम कोई मस्जिद को नहीं खोएंगे? तो अगर अहद लेते हैं तो हाथ उठाकर कहिए नारे तकबीर, नारे तकबीर। इनको पैगाम मिलना चाहिए, मस्जिद को अब हम नहीं खोएंगे। तुम्हारे दिल फरेब और हथकंडों से हम जान चुके तुम्हारे हथकंडों को। और अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का हदीस शरीफ है कि मोमिन वो है जो 2 बार एक सुराख से नहीं डसा जाता। अब हम दोबारा नहीं इनको डसने देंगे। मस्जिद है और रहेगी इंशाअल्लाह ताला सुबह क़यामत तक।
Let's take this across now to Anisha Mathur. She's going to be focusing on what's expected in the Supreme Court today. Anisha, just break down for us what the original petition that's been filed before the Supreme Court is all about, and also what this intervention plea that's been filed by the Hindu Sena actually says.
Well, see, there is the petition that has been filed by the Mosque Committee, which has said that this survey that has been ordered by the trial court, by the Civil Court of Varanasi, could not have been ordered, because these petitions by the 5 women petitioners on the issue of their right to worship is in fact barred by the 1991 Places of Worship Act. What they have said is that any kind of permission to grant access to worship would fundamentally change the religious character of the structure as it exists. In addition, they have said that in 1991 there was another petition with regard to the title suit of this particular structure, which is the Gyanvapi Mosque and Kashi Vishwanath temple structure, and that petition has remained stayed since 1991, and these new petitions are simply a way to circumvent that stay, circumvent the Places of Worship Act. And that is why the Muslim side is saying that the civil court should not have entertained this petition. The civil court should not have ordered the survey or appointed a court commissioner. Now, this argument was not accepted by the Allahabad High Court, remember, because they said that merely allowing a survey of the area will not change the religious structure, will not change the religious character, and will not create any rights in favor of any person. Therefore, the Allahabad High Court had allowed the survey to go on. And that order of the Allahabad High Court is now being challenged in the Supreme Court by the Muslim side. On the other hand, of course, is the petition now, intervention application that has now been filed by the Hindu Sena through its President Vishnu Gupta, who is saying that this particular structure is not any kind of claim on this religious structure is not barred by the 1991 Protected Monuments Places of Worship Act, and because it is an ancient monument and the rights in this have been under.
Okay, Anisha, I'm going to come back to you, focusing on what's expected in the Varanasi court with regards to the survey team submitting its report. Let's cut across to a conversation with the court commissioner on that.
उसके बाद रिपोर्ट ही बना है। पूरी कोशिश की जा रही है, चूंकि कार्रवाई कमीशन के दौरान ही लगभग आधा से ज़्यादा काम हम लोगों ने कर लिया था।
यानी आप लोग सर्वे करते रहे और रिपोर्ट तैयार करते हैं?
मेरे द्वारा किया गया है, मेरे सहयोग में जो लोग थे वो लोग करते रहे हैं, वो लोग किए हैं।
ये कितने पन्ने की रिपोर्ट जा रही है, कितने पॉइंट्स, बुलेट पॉइंट्स होंगे?
ये कॉन्फिडेंशियल चीज़ें हैं, जो सच है, जो सच्चाई है, जो देखी गई है, वो वीडियोग्राफी में ली गई है, स्टिल फोटोग्राफी में ली गई है, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं कहा जा सकता। कॉन्फिडेंशियल चीज़।
सर, एक चीज़ और जानना चाहूँगा, और रिपोर्ट तो आप लोगों ने बना ली, लेकिन एक वीडियो वायरल हो रहा है उस जगह का, वजू खाने का, जिसमें कहा जा रहा है शिवलिंग मिला। आप लोगों ने देखा उसे?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं देखा, और ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि कमीशन की कार्रवाई के दौरान कोई वीडियोग्राफी लीक हो सके। वो एकदम सुरक्षित है और कस्टडी में है, सील पैक है, उसकी विश्वसनीयता पे किसी को सवाल नहीं उठाना चाहिए। ये हो सकता है पूर्व का कोई वीडियो रहा हो या कोई इसके ये किया हो, लेकिन ये वीडियो वो नहीं है।
अजय मिश्र जी ने कहा है कि आज बहुत मुश्किल है होना इस रिपोर्ट का। आप कह रहे हैं कि लगभग तैयार है और क्लैरिकल मिस्टेक ठीक करके हो।
जी, पूरी रिपोर्ट तैयार करके कोई गलती ना हो जाए, चूँकि ये मामला बड़ा है, अच्छे से उसको तैयार किया जाएगा। इस वजह से मैंने कहा कि रिपोर्ट मैंने तैयार कर ली है, उसको एक बार देख के, समय का अभाव हो जा रहा है, चूँकि आप लोग भी आ जा रहे हैं बार बार, तो समय मिल नहीं पा रहा, और ये दूसरे के हाथ से बननी नहीं है, रिपोर्ट अपने हाथ से ही बनानी है।
आज क्या वक्त मांगेंगे क्या कोर्ट से?
ये कोशिश की जा रही है कि आज कार्य कर दिया जाए। अगर नहीं होगा तो, अगर गलत कार्य तो करना नहीं है, अगर क्लरिकल मिस्टेक वगैरह होगी तो परेशानी आगे आएगी, तब हो सकता है कि एक टाइम ले लिया जाएगा।
मतलब ये भी वक्त हो सकता है कि आप वक्त मांग लें और ये भी हो सकता है कि आप
चांसेस कम है, लेकिन हम लोगों ने रिपोर्ट पूरी बना ली है, उसको एक बार चेक कर लेंगे। अगर सब सही होगा तो सबमिट कर
ये
लेंगे।
कितने बजे आप लोगों को रिपोर्ट सौंपनी है?
अब ये 10 बजे का टाइम है, हम लोग 10 बजे यहाँ से निकलेंगे, सब चेक वगैरह करके समय सीमा के अंदर जो 12 बजे का फाइलिंग टाइम है, कोशिश की जाएगी उसके अंदर तक।
यानी 12 बजे तक का वक्त है, या तो उस वक्त आप समय मांगेंगे या फाइल कर देंगे?
जी।
आखिरी सवाल एक बार फिर से आपसे पूछ लें। आप लोगों ने तो पूरा परिसर देखा, घूमा, नेचुरल है कि वो आपकी गोपनीय रिपोर्ट है, आप उसे कोर्ट के सामने पेश करेंगे, लेकिन जो वायरल वीडियो चल रहे हैं उसको वो कुछ सच है आपको दिख रहा है?
वो हमने देखा भी नहीं, ना कोई जानकारी है, और ऐसी कोई चीज़ें नहीं है कि जो वायरल हो। या हमारी जो टीम थी एकदम निष्पक्ष तरीके से, बिना किसी भेदभाव के, और एकदम कॉन्फिडेंशियल रखा गया है। एक दो लोगों ने बाइट भी दिया था, तो मैंने उनको वहीं बैठा दिया। विश्वनाथ मंदिर के जो लॉन्ज है बाहर का, वहीं बैठे थे, वो अंदर भी नहीं गए। और जब ये बाइट देने के बाद 4 लोग 3 लोग दोनों पक्ष से 2-2 4-4 लोगों को बस हमने कमीशन स्थल पर लेके गए, सबको रोक रखा था।
यानी कि जिन लोगों ने मीडिया में पहले डिस्क्लोज किया उन्हें नहीं
जाने दिया गया था। ये मैंने कल भी कहा था, आज भी कह रहे हैं। चूँकि ये निष्पक्ष तरीके से है और बिना किसी भेदभाव के ये कमीशन की कार्रवाई की गई है, दोनों पक्षों की सहमति से, दोनों पक्षों की उपस्थिति में ये कार्रवाई की गई है। इस पर कोई प्रश्न चिन्ह नहीं उठता है।
अच्छा, आखिरी सवाल ये बता दीजिए कि कितने पन्नों की ये रिपोर्ट हो सकती है, कितनी लंबी चौड़ी रिपोर्ट हो सकती है?
कॉन्फिडेंशियल ये नहीं बता सकते, सॉरी।
तो आज उम्मीद करें कि आज सबमिट?
एकदम उम्मीद कीजिए।
तो नेहा देखिए, जो विशाल सिंह हैं, जो कमिश्नर हैं, कोर्ट कमिश्नर हैं, इन्होंने कहा है कि आप उम्मीद करें कि आज
Okay, so in the court today, we're expecting that the judge will then decide a fresh date when the survey report will be submitted. Essentially, the survey team saying that, look, we've got all of this footage that we need to go through and then submit a comprehensive report. So they will be seeking more time formally in a few hours from now in the court. Now, as a fallout of what's happening right now in the Gyanvapi Mosque controversy and the survey that's being conducted, there's a similar claim being made across the country in the state of Karnataka, which is less than a year away from elections. Former Karnataka Minister K.S. Ishwarappa stoked a fresh controversy. When asked about what's happening really in Varanasi, in the Gyanvapi Mosque, he said that nearly 36,000 temples in the state of Karnataka were demolished, were razed by the Mughals. And he's now making a chorus and a demand that all of these temples be restored.
Election in Karnataka is fast approaching and the state BJP government is looking for a solid campaign to propel their chances. After quickly passing the anti-conversion bill, the BJP government is now batting for reclaiming places of worship. Former BJP minister K.S. Ishwarappa came down heavy on this demand, claiming that an Anjaneya temple existed in place of a mosque in Srirangapatna, Mandya, and that it's time for the government to reclaim it. Yes, citing that the Mughals had destroyed over 36,000 temples in the country, Ishwarappa says the BJP government is now ready to reclaim it all legally and without conflict.
ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಶ್ರೀರಂಗಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರು ಕೂಡ ಒಪ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಪ್ಪಿ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅದನ್ನ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಪಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಯಾಕೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಯಾಕೆ ಮಸೀದಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ? ಅದೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಉತ್ತರ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 36,000 ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನ.
A Hindu right-wing group called the Narendra Modi Vichar Manch has submitted a memorandum on the same to the District Commissioner of Mandya. They've asked for permission to pray to the Anjaneya idol and bathe at the pond allegedly located inside the Jama Masjid. The group claims that Jama Masjid in Srirangapatna was built on the Anjaneya temple and now seeks an investigation by the Archaeological Department to uncover facts. Meanwhile, speaking at a public event in Mangaluru, Karnataka BJP MLA Harish Poonja from Dakshina Kannada openly confessed that he does not want Muslim votes. He said his only goal was to build a Dattatreya temple in Dattapeta with the help of his Hindu voters. The Gyanvapi Mosque controversy has indeed sent ripples across the country, with right-wing voices raising demands to reclaim lost Hindu heritage. Will Karnataka government acknowledge these voices remains to be seen. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's take this across to Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us live with more details on this. Gaurav, it's a pattern now that's spreading across the country, particularly in Karnataka, with Ishwarappa making this demand saying reclaim all these 36,000 plus temples.
Now that is an area of concern, because it's not just now restricted to the Gyanvapi Kashi issue at this stage. At the Kashi Vishwanath temple and the Gyanvapi Mosque, the survey has already been carried out. Remember, in Mathura, there is a similar prayer for videography and a court-monitored survey to be carried out at the Shahi Eidgah, because there again, the Hindu Paksh or the Hindu side is saying that the Sri Krishna Janbhoomi was demolished on the orders of Aurangzeb and a mosque constructed there, and they say there is proof of a Hindu temple inside. That was the Garbhagriha. That is where Yogeshwar Sri Krishna was born, where a mosque has been constructed. So they want similar action to take place at Mathura. But that's not the only place. Remember, at the Bhojshala in Madhya Pradesh, the court has already issued a survey. Court has already issued a notice to the center, to the state, where the Hindu side not only wants Ma Saraswati's idol to be brought back to India from England, where it was taken. They're saying that in 1034 AD, Raja Bhoj had a grand temple constructed, and there is a mosque that's come up. So that again is a dispute which is in courts of law. In Karnataka too, this case is coming up, and this is where that issue will come up. 1991 Places of Worship Act. It talked about the Ram Janbhoomi being out of its purview, but no other status of no other religious place would be changed post August 15, 1947, the nature and character of the place. Now, Asaduddin Owaisi argues that this is a violation of the 1991 Places of Worship Act. The BJP and some other petitioners are saying it is not a violation of Places of Worship Act, and this is where this issue will become more contentious and a bigger debate, perhaps a flashpoint across multiple cities and states.